Good morning, y'all. We out here early morning. Alrighty, got started on a few little things. I got the belt back on. That was a little mission to do, I ain't gonna lie. Wasn't too hard, just had to figure out how it was routed and how to get it to loosen up so I can get it on all the corners it needed to be on. But it wasn't too bad. Let's see. I gotta go get the exhaust in the backyard. Put that on. Gotta put the exhaust back on. That's gonna be a little difficult. I think that's gonna be the hardest part. And then I gotta put this coolant tank back in there. I'm gonna do that after I get the exhaust, because I believe the coolant tank sits like right here where this empty spot is at. Let me see, everything else is buttoned up. As far as the harness, I have one connector that I cannot figure out where it went. And it's literally the last one. I literally had to take like a break from it because I can't figure it out. But it's way down there. You see it? Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, way down there. I cannot figure out where that goes. I know it goes in that area. I'm just not seeing the plug it goes to. It doesn't go to the alternator because the alternator already has everything plugged up to it. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but we will see. I know it's there somewhere. It's giving me a headache trying to figure out where exactly that went, especially since it's the last one. Everything else I figured out where it goes, what plugs into what. But yeah, also got the throttle body on. Also got it connected to the harness. This looks like some type of crankcase pressure tube or something like that, I heard. I don't know, I just know it goes here with these little connectors right here. It kind of just slips on those. And then that end, I believe, goes into where the intake and all that goes. So these connectors go to the well, this is the mass airflow one, I believe. This one, I believe, goes to the radiator. A few little tubes and stuff like that. I mean, that's all the stuff that's gonna go last minute. Got the radiator over there. I'm gonna also try to attempt to put that in here. And that's really it. I mean, that's the major things on the list. Up under, I'm not gonna get under there right now, but up under, pretty much everything's buttoned up down there. Transmission, all that's connected. Transmission mount is bolted back up. I had to put the drive line mount back. I did that. And that's really it up under. I mean, there's not a lot. The harness to the transmission's also plugged back in, so we should be good. I would see if it will come out of park and all that right now, but from what I remember, I believe this car has to at least be on or connected to electricity to even shift it out of gear like that. At least that's what I remember. I don't know. But, you know, it is spinning, so. So, yep. But yeah, man, I'm excited to get this thing back on the road. My boys sent me some new tags, just letting them dry right now. The YouTube and the Instagram on there. You know, and it's just, I'm gonna bring it back to life. I mean, that's the main thing. The hood I'm gonna leave last because I'm gonna need some help putting that back on. That's kind of hard to do with one person. But yeah, just bringing it back to life. And, you know, fingers crossed, everything works out. and we'll be back on the road. So let me go get this exhaust, bring that in here, and then pick back up with you. Man, all right, we got the exhaust out here. Had to take it through all this mess, but we got it in here. Pull that shit out. Yeah, man. That was a lot of work, low key. Okay. So, we got to get this exhaust back in there. Now, this is going to be a little difficult because it was a little difficult to get off. So, I'm going to have to do some crazy stuff, but it's going to get in there. It's just, I got to just do the reverse of what I did the first time. So, I got to scoot it back enough to where I can get those hangers mounted. Those are on the very back. This the only one I'm worried about is this weird thing right here, because this kind of looked like a one-time thing. It don't look like something that was supposed to come off. Something that the exhaust shop did. I don't know. They did some weird stuff. They welded this one, so I can't take this one off because usually it's supposed to look like this side. And I'm supposed to be able to disconnect it from the actual, I guess you would call the header, even though these don't really have headers, so it's more like a downpipe. I should be able to disconnect it from there, but they did some weird stuff to where now I can't, or at least it's stuck on there. I don't know. But it should look like this. That should be in the car. But now I had to figure out a way to push that back up in there to where I can get it up here and mount it up where those studs are at. So little difficult, but we'll get it done. Did it once, I'll do it again. I'm gonna check back in with you after I get this exhaust back in there. All right, y'all, we got it in there. Not bolted yet, but that's what I was looking for right there. And then basically I got a little contraption going on down here. I'm lifting it up like that, line everything up, and then start zipping things together. You know, sometimes you just gotta improvise. So that's what we gonna do. All right, y'all. Exhaust is on, both sides. It's mounted down there as well, so y'all can see it. I gotta button up a few little mounts down there. Zip tie a few little wires that were in the way, and then as you can see, yeah, it's back on there, pretty sturdy. You know, it moves, but it's not gonna like fall. It's literally mounted to everything that's supposed to be mounted to. All the braces are on. Yeah, that's about it. Only thing that's left is the radiator, fluids, and get this thing started. I gotta plug up that fuel line over there in the corner. You know, all this stuff got to be connected to the radiator, of course. There's one down there too. I'm gonna tighten up a few little things in here. You know, like stuff like this. I want it to be out the way. I don't want nothing dragging. Put that coolant tank in. And that's about it. That's all she really wrote. Everything else is just the air box. You know, little stuff. That stuff takes 10 minutes to put on, but I'm glad I got the hardest part out the way. I'm glad I did that exhaust first, because I was going to do the radiator and all that stuff first, but that exhaust was, whew, it was a lot to do, you know. Luckily, I had the little jack to help me, but it's such a heavy object that you're trying to push up at an awkward angle. I see why when you're doing an exhaust or something, it's better to just take it to the exhaust shop. Because doing it on the ground like that is pretty hard. But let's get to it, man. Still got plenty of daylight. It's only about 12 o'clock right now. So we got at least 3-4 hours of daylight, so I don't want to waste no time, because I want this thing ready to fire, if not fired today. That's the goal. So let me get back to it. All right, y'all. We back with it. 2 hours later. Radiator's in. Of course, you know, there's stuff that goes here and all that. I just haven't put everything there. Both hoses connected, upper, lower over here. Switch connected. This goes to something else. This is mass flow. Belt is on. I didn't see no leaks nowhere. I started putting fluid in there to see if I seen anything that was disconnected, especially back here, but we got everything connected. I gotta go get some oil from AutoZone with their dumb self. I'm gonna go get the oil, go get a filter. I'm gonna dump oil on this thing, and first startup, we'll see. Still got a few little connectors. I'm gonna see if it starts without them little connectors, because it's really only like one or two. I believe one of them goes to this radiator. The other one is somewhere over here. I'm gonna figure that shit out, because I'm not moving this car from that spot until I figure out where it goes. But I do want to see what the progress is. I want to see what's what, you know. I might have to put that on. I don't know if it's gonna run without that mass airflow, but we'll try it. And then from there, we're just gonna button everything else up. Put all this stuff on. You know, everything else is really on. Everything else is just scraps of stuff that I don't need anymore. Exhaust is back on fully mounted. I gotta put that on. Let me look at something. Let me see something. I think that goes over here. Yeah, that's that over there. Okay. Yeah, I gotta put the bumper back on. That's last. I'm not even gonna worry about the bumper and all that until it's moving and rolling on its own power, and then I'll put it back in here, jack it back up, and put everything back on. I want to jack it back up because I need to put the rotors on, new rotors, because I put new ones on before this car shut down, but I don't know. I was still getting some shakes, so I hit up the company and I told them, like, hey, like, I just put these rotors on, and for some reason I'm still getting some shake. So they sent me some new ones over here. Sent me those, and honestly, right before I was gonna put those on, started having motor issues. So fortunately never got to that, but we're gonna get to it. Let me go get this oil so I can come back, hopefully come back and get this started before the sun goes down. All right, y'all. We back, so I gotta put the oil in. Got the oil down there. Put the oil in. I think I'm gonna dump some more coolant in. Try to fill this up. I was just testing it to see if I seen any leaks. But I think I'm gonna try to dump that whole thing in there. Now that I got everything buttoned together, belt on, And yeah, man, let's see what's going on. All right, y'all, we're gonna attempt to start it. I think everything is good. I think I'm just gonna pour a little bit of coolant in that tank a little bit more. And then, I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous. Fingers crossed. I already got this shit back together. Thanks to my boy right here. You know, little Chevy technician kind of helped me out. It was some dumb shit. That's what it was. All it was this shit over here. There was an extra ground that should have been plugged in over here. You know, typical stuff. But we're gonna start it back up. Hear this thing sing again. No problems now. That's what's crazy. Sounds like crap right now, but it'll be all right. Yeah, now we sound better. Still got a little tick, but it just gotta do its own thing right now. It's a little angry. It ain't been touched in a year. Not bad, not bad.